What's the good word, y'all? Welcome to New York Jets Syndicate channel. It's your boy DKB here. So, former quarterback Dan Orlovsky seems to be a extremely huge fan of the New York Jets this season. I mean, we've had some very talented teams before, but it's definitely been very much so lopsided. Very strong defenses. The 2015 year with Ryan Fitzpatrick, a pretty effective offense. But overall, we haven't pieced together an entire team that can go out there and compete for a Super Bowl. But Dan Orlovsky thinks we can do just that. So he actually said on the Pat McAfee show, he believes us, as long as our divisional rivals, Buffalo Bills, are legit Super Bowl contenders. He specifically said the Bills and Jets are unquestioned Super Bowl contenders. The quarterback talent that they have, their skill talent, and that they have, the skill talent that they have, the defense that both have. And then he goes on to say that I think this is the best defense Aaron's ever played with. And realistically, this is true, right? I think the best defense that he had was a borderline top 10 unit. From what I remember, don't quote me though. I'm not a Packers fan. So either way though, definitely he's never played with a fourth ranked defense, right? And we can still be within this same sphere of play, maybe better, maybe a little bit of a fall off, but definitely still a top 10 unit as long as things don't go extremely wrong. Topple that with the fact that this has also been one of the best supporting casts Aaron Rodgers ever had. A running back, one in Brees Hall. Maybe we added Dalvin Cook, who knows? But as it stands, you still having a rookie in Israel Mondikanda, fresh legs, has the same home run ability as a guy like Brees Hall. You have Michael Carter, the veteran of that unit, who's been one of the most elusive running backs his freshman year, his rookie year, excuse me. And you hope to see him get back into that mold. And then you have the undrafted free agent Bam Knight, who we've already seen behind a very poor offensive line break off a couple 100-yard gains. So obviously there's something to him as well. You think about the talent that you add in terms of veteran presence in the wide receiver room, Miko Hartman coming on board, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, guys that Aaron Rodgers not only trusts but has a strong chemistry and affinity with and for. So there's an automatic connection there, just as well as increasing the talent overall. You have guys like Corey Davis that at best is a number 2 on this roster. At worst is going to be a number 4 coming in and being able to go out there and play against the third and fourth best cornerback on a team's unit instead of the first more often than not this season. You also have Aaron Rodgers throwing you the ball, which helps out quite a bit. A lot of what we've seen from Zach Wilson, even when he was somewhat on target, it was plays where guys had to maximize their catch radius in order to kind of ensure that the play wasn't blown dead. Mike White obviously throwing a better ball. Same thing with Joe Flacco. Same thing with Chris Streveler. But none of those guys were going to wow you. Tight end room automatically is going to be able to go out there and feast even more. Aaron Rodgers has always had a pretty good rapport with his tight ends. No tight end he's ever played with as a starter has caught under 30 passes. We've seen Conklin put up 58, I believe, last season. One of our best seasons since Dustin Keller was at the helm. You would like the ability that CJ Uzama, which according to OTA reports, he was linking up with Aaron Rodgers very, very well and kind of looking like one of the better players from camp from a veteran perspective. And then, of course, just the offensive line and that wall that we've kind of been able to build up. Lakin Thomas just have a bounce back year. You're getting Dwayne Brown back, healthy, able to use both arms. You're bringing in I want to say the name was Bobby Miller, but either way, you're bringing in presences that not only Aaron Rodgers knows and is familiar with, but can actually help this team. It's not just getting a namesake in here for the name of getting a namesake, and so I'm fully on board with this Jets being a legitimate Super Bowl contender at this point in time. I still think the Chiefs are going to be the gatekeeper, but we've seen the Bills push the Chiefs to the limit more often than not, and we've already had two very exciting games against the Bills last year. And when you take a look at the quarterback that we had then versus what we have now starting, you can't help but get very excited about what can get done. So to top it all off, I was following kind of what Dan Orlovsky's comments have been over this offseason. And this isn't the first time he's been this high on the New York Jets. He did also pick us as well as the Bills once again as being the two teams that are the most equipped to go out there and be able to beat the Chiefs for what it's worth. So Super Bowl expectations, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you again. Peace.